Hey, today I am revealing your Snapchat secrets. The hub for horny people, creeps, and predators. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of great submissions for this topic. And by great, I mean awful. So this one time in the summer, I got added to a group chat from a TikToker on Snapchat. One of the guys I never knew the name of, so let's call him Kyle, started messaging me. I messaged back and I started to sort of like him. And we would send snaps of each other, not bad ones. And we started a streak and whatever. And we were just talking a lot. And basically one day he asked how old I was. And I told him that I was 14 because I was. And he was like, guess how old I am? And I was like, 17? And he was like, no. And I was like, 16? And he was like, older. My heart dropped and I was like, just tell me, LOL. And he was like, no, guess. So I left him unopened and I was like, just tell me. And he was like, 21. I literally screamed like, bitch, you couldn't have told me earlier? Like, I had feelings for the guy because he was really nice. We talked for like a month and shit, and he was like, please still be friends with me. Like, I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but I don't want you to ghost me. I was like, okay. And I ghosted him 2 days later. So yeah. I mean, what did I say? Why is a 21-year-old trying to be friends with a 14-year-old? That's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. So I'm like a terrible person because I have this Snapchat catfish account and I trade fake nudes with guys and I screenshot their nudes and I have a collection and it's mostly guys from my school. So I pretty much know what every guy at my school looks like. What do you collect? Oh, I collect dick. Why is this kind of funny to me? Like, I think you should put together a yearbook. So you take their and you take their faces and you morph it on to the and then you make a yearbook. I think that's a golden idea, but I know you shouldn't do it. Don't do it. Think about it, giggle, don't do it. I went to visit my family in Kansas and my twin and all my cousins and everyone got along well, just acting like family, nothing really sus, except that you were in Kansas. I'm sorry. My radar is pointing towards incest. Except that my sister and my one cousin, we'll call him Bo, they were acting a little suspicious and were kind of handsy, but nothing actually happened between them that you know of. Which is good. A couple months after we got back, yeah, it is good. A couple months after we got back, my cousin John, fake name, sent me a snap on Snapchat, which is fine. I thought it was just streaks, you know? He sent me streaks for a while. I don't send streaks back because I'm lazy. Then one night he sends me a text and snap and says, talk to me dirty. I thought he was joking. He was not, and then proceeded to ask for nudes and sexy talk to turn him on. WTF? We're cousins. Obviously I said no and sent him a picture of a hairy fat man. Love that. Fighting incest, one hairy fat man at a time. Okay, so I am a college freshman and money is really tight for me at the moment because I moved out of my parents' house and I'm paying tuition, LOL. To try to make money, I thought of trying porn. I have a boyfriend and he said he was okay with it, but only if I posted solo masturbation videos. So I made a Twitter and a Snapchat account to promote where I sell my content. On Snapchat, somebody added me and said that I was hot and they wanted me to degrade them and humiliate him. He said it was a fetish of his and he would pay me to do this to him. It's called findom. I agreed to this because, like I said, I need money. I went into it thinking I would get a solid $10, but over the course of a week, this guy paid me over $300. I didn't even have to give him any of my nudes or anything. I basically just got paid to bully this stranger and I feel kind of weird about it, to be honest. Dude, this is an amazing job opportunity for miserable people. Stop extending your rudeness and bad vibes to random people and the people in your life. Start getting paid to be an asshole. It's a great idea. I'm lonely, too busy for a relationship, and porn contributes to the sex trafficking industry. So sometimes I masturbate to the So Satisfying story on Snapchat. Pro tip for anyone who gets guilt after watching porn, do that instead. I don't know if I could get off to it, but I'm glad you can. One time I broke my phone and I was really bored without it, so my mom let me borrow her phone so I could get on Snapchat and social media. Well, I decided to look through her phone. I wish you didn't. And I found a video of her masturbating that she sent to a guy. I didn't have my own phone and I didn't want to look up porn on her phone, so I decided to jerk off to it. I didn't watch it, I just listened to her. Oh, you just listened? Oh, no, it's fine. But I don't know why I did it. I look back, it's pretty fucked up. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to shame you. I'm shaming you. I know I'm shaming you. I don't want to shame you. I'm doing it. I understand why you could see something like that and get your body just starts doing things, and then you need to do something to counter the body doing the thing, and then that, but ultimately you masturbated to your mom. So I just want you to sit with that. I'm sure you've been sitting with that for years. Yikes. Let's all not snoop on our parents' phones with the hope of not encountering any more trauma than our childhoods already gave us. About a year ago, my friend liked this guy. He would constantly ask her for nudes and she would say no all the time. One night he Snapchatted me and started flirting. I don't remember everything he said because I tried to block that memory out of my head. I immediately told my friend and we just kind of tricked him, making it seem like I liked him. In the end, he asked me for nudes, to which I flipped him off and my friend talked to him about it, eventually not liking him anymore. Yep. That was a good call. After a while, him and I started talking and I began to really like him. He constantly asked me for nudes and I always said no, but I never blocked him or stopped liking him. After a while, I could feel him drift away. He would barely even respond to me anymore and I didn't want him to leave like everyone else I had surrounded myself with. I knew what I had to do, so I sent him nudes. Oh no. After telling him multiple times to not screenshot. Anyways, he ended up screenshotting it and when I told him to delete it, he said he would. A few days later, we were on the phone and he told me he never deleted it. When I asked him to delete it, he said he would as long as I sent him pictures every night. Me being 16 and not wanting my nudes to be spread or to get suspended, I agreed. After about a month of me sending him pictures, I was at school and I got called up to the office. He never deleted the picture and it somehow got to the admin at his school, then mine. I got a 5-day suspension while he only got 3. Bullshit. I know on paper you were the one sending nudes, but when you hear the context of this story, that just makes me angry. I later found out that he had previously been in trouble for trying to have sex with a girl while at school. The thing that makes me angry is that I got a 5-day suspension and was told if I do anything like that I'll be expelled, while he got 3 days even though he had already done something similar. Our schools are in the same district and the rules are the same. To make the whole thing worse, my mom worked at both mine and his school at the time. I know this isn't something terrible or anything, but I still get major anxiety even being at school because of this. I don't really know why, but yeah, that's it. I had to let that out. This is an infuriating story, and I don't like that little prick. And you get in more trouble because you were manipulated by him? I mean, no, it wasn't in your best interest. It wasn't the wisest choice to send him nudes just because you were afraid of losing him. It's actually quite sad, really. Knowing the context, this whole thing makes me livid. But thank God we live in a universe where karma exists, so you don't worry. It'll be taken care of. You want a secret? Yeah. That's what this form is for. When I was in high school, I finished all of my credits early, so I would hide out in a random teacher's classroom. There was one teacher who I became really good friends with. He was my math teacher from the year before. Now, this teacher was so hot and really fun. I never did anything inappropriate because I'm not like that. This teacher used to call me Kitty Cat because I wore some cringy ass cat ears, and that shit made me go crazy. Oh my god. Kitty Cat? That is so... I can't decide if it's disgusting or sexy. You guys know I've got like a little teacher thing. I'm not saying it's right, okay? I'm not saying it's right, but it's within me. So while I'm disgusted by a teacher calling a student kitty cat, my kitty cat is like... After I graduated, I gave him my Snapchat. It's been 2 years since I've graduated and we still talk. I'm thinking about making a move, shooting my shot, etc. We're both adults, so I don't know if it would be wrong because he was my teacher. What do you think I should do? I mean, if you're out of high school and you like him, f it. Do it, and then do some like teacher... Never mind, let's move on. I accidentally flashed my dick to everyone on Snapchat. So basically I was in a hotel and there was a really cool shower with a giant window, and one morning there was a really pretty sunrise, so I decided it would be a good idea to take my streaks of the sunrise with the water from the shower dripping down. I took the snap and posted it to my story and sent it as my streaks. Keep in mind, I have a lot of people on Snap and about 1,500 people view my story, including many from my school. For the rest of the day, I was without Wi-Fi, so I wasn't able to check my phone, so when I was finally able to open Snap again after 15 hours, I realized that the silver shower faucet was reflective and 950 people saw my penis. I've never been so embarrassed. I also sent the snap to the entire family group chat. So yeah, that's how I leaked my own nudes. Thank God I shaved the day before. Is it disgusting that I kind of want to know if you were or not? Because I feel like that makes it... I don't know if it makes it better or worse, to be honest, actually. My dad, that I have not seen since I was like 1 year old, added me on Snapchat and asked me how I was doing and stuff, but I hate him because he left our family and he is just an idiot. So I decided to write him a song and sent it to him on Snapchat. It was called 10 Reasons Why You're a Dick. Two things. First off, he deserved the song, I think. Sounds like it. Second thing, the audacity to abandon your child at 1 year old and then contact them on Snapchat? Snapchat? Any other platform would have been more appropriate. Instagram, Facebook, fucking LinkedIn, Snapchat. Oh, what? I became friends with a guy recently and the age gap is around 11 years. I'm 14 and he's 25. We went out 3 times and he has done some questionable things such as pinning me against the wall and holding my hand as in fingers locked. I am not used to skinship with people, so I got flustered and we talked a lot through Snapchat. One time he called me his girl once. I just treated it as a joke. My online friends thinks he's a pedophile while my IRL friends think it's fine, but the age of consent here is 16, but you know what's fucked up? I think I'm catching feelings for the guy. I was advised to think that he does that to other female friends, so it's normal, but I don't really know. Oh my god. You do not like this man? He's created an illusion. He's a predator. I'm sorry, this is, getting worked up. You need to stop talking to him and you need to report him to the police because if he's not doing it to you, he's gonna be doing it to someone else. And if you don't want to report him, at the least you need to cut off communication because he is going to continue to do things that make you uncomfortable and this will ultimately be a heap load of trauma for you to unpack when you're older. Look at me, anyone in this situation, person who submitted this, cut it off. Cut it off, call the cops. Cut it off, call the cops. Cut it off, call the cops. Everybody with me, cut it off, call the cops. Cut it off, call the cops. So I met this guy at Wednesday's church. He was really cute. He was 18, I was 14. Cut it off, call the cops. My friend, let's call him Jay. Jay and I were talking and I told him that I thought, let's call him Ben. Ben was hot. Jay said that Ben was a man-ho and I said, so? He can get it. And Jay told Ben right then. The next week comes by and Ben tells Jay to get my Snapchat because Ben wasn't gonna be there that week. Of course I said yes, so I got a snap and texted him. He said, hey, so I heard that you want it all. I said, yeah, I do. He said, when? I said, next week. The fact that you met in church is just so, I mean, I can't tell if it's mwah or if it's I said next week. He said get in my truck. Oh wait, he said okay in my truck. He might as well have said get in my truck. I said yeah. He said do you send? I said yeah, even though I don't send. He said okay. Then I said I'm riding home right now, I'll text you when I get home. He said ugh, okay. Oh, poor baby can't wait to get his child nudes. I said alright, I'll text you when. So I got home, sent. The next day I texted his buddy, which is my friend, and I told her what we were gonna do, and I said I don't want to do this anymore. And she told me about her sexual relationship and stuff like that, which her parents don't know about. By the way, her parents are the Wednesday pastor. Okay. By the way, we texted on Pinterest, which you can't delete messages. Pinterest? Wait, I take back from the other secret earlier, I take it back. I think maybe Pinterest would be a worse means of communication for that dad communicating with his daughter. Pinterest? Who the fuck communicates on Pinterest? And the next day goes by and he said, I'm having second thoughts. I don't want to get caught and get you in trouble. Oof. You hear that wording? I don't want to get you in trouble. To think that you're doing something wrong when really you're a child and he's an adult and he's the one who could get in trouble. I hate predators. I'm sorry. I'm just like fuming. I'm fuming. I said, all right, that's okay. He said, sorry. The girl, let's call her Jan. About a month goes by and Jan's parents found out about her having sex and about me. The pastor called my parents and told them what I was doing and that I sent nudes. The pastor sent pictures of all the texts between me and Jan. The next day, which was Wednesday, the pastor preached about sex, nudes, and pornography. Worst year ever. Oh, that's so cringy. Amen. Let's all pray for this person and ourselves and humanity, because I think we all need it. My freshman year of high school, I was nearly out as gay to my school and my family. A guy that bullied me in elementary through high school decided to add me on Snapchat and he wanted to meet up and have sex at his house. I got an Uber and I went to his house and began to give him and have sex. This was my first time. I ended up shitting on his. We never talked again. Oh my god, that's mortifying. That's mortifying, but I can't stop thinking, if you're homophobic, you're probably gay. You say that it's disgusting, but really you just want some pussy or some play. If you're homophobic, you're probably just gay. I mean, at this point, it's science. Alex, please read. This is a very disturbing story and it makes for some good content, also trigger warning. So I live in London and over here all the hot teenage boys seem to be getting stabbed. Okay. This one time I was walking home with two of my best friends from school and Pete, our classmate, got stabbed in the stomach and died in his best friend arms Rodrigo. This sounds like a plot to a show. I don't know if I believe you or not. It was very sad and there was even a memorial made for him at school. Isabel told me that Pete getting stabbed and bleeding on the ground was so sexy to her. She explained to me that the bit when his shirt came up to see the damage was so hot and I was thinking, who the fuck am I hanging out with? So I sleep around her house and one day she shows me a video on her Snapchat camera roll of Pete stabbing, say that was probably the last video of him. I tried to fall asleep that night until I hear a very sexual moaning and a very familiar scream in pain. Turns out Isabel was masturbating over Pete dying in the video she showed me. She did this for a while until it all went silent. I woke up the next morning and made an excuse to get out of her house because I'm honestly fucking scared of her because she finds death attractive and I haven't been able to her house and I try to avoid her many times but it doesn't help when my mom isn't there inviting her for tea because she feels bad for me airing her all the time, but I'm doing it because she's a fucking crazy psycho. Oh my God, that's crazy. Okay, one possibility is that she really is sexually turned on by gory, death-related stuff. An alternative thought is that sometimes people deal with trauma through sex. So maybe this was really traumatic for her and the only way for her to really cope with it is to move through it like this. I gotta go. I gotta go.